Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone all across the world. I know we're excited about the great things that are taking place within our lives, finishing off the year of 2014 and going into an amazing 2015. I'm just absolutely excited. My name is Taria Vision Avant. And on today, we're getting back into the swing of things, doing our trainings and our word of the days. I'm so excited for you guys to see that next video that's coming up. But today, I wanted to do just a very brief training that I'm going to make available to everyone, because I want you guys to understand truly how to maximize your time. If you've ever heard me talk about time, I believe, honestly, that time is one of the most valuable things that we have. I believe it's more valuable than our money. I believe it's more valuable than our cars. I believe it's more valuable than our houses, our clothes, and all those things, even our relationships. Our time is just as valuable or is more valuable than any of those things. And the reason why is because it's the one thing on this earth that I don't care who you are, you can't ever get back. Time wasted, guys, it's time you can never get back. And so that's why I want to talk about hiring a virtual assistant. I hired a virtual assistant years ago to help me with my business. And no, it wasn't necessarily to help me with my online marketing, but more so to help me with those things that, are really what I would consider to be called busy work, things that don't really increase my bottom line, things that don't allow me to be able to earn the money that I need to earn. I'm still out here doing what it is that I have to do to build my business in the streets, meeting people, connecting with people. That's what you've got to do to build your business. But because we do, of course, live in a world where people are online on social media and things of that nature, we definitely want to be able to capitalize and maximize our time utilizing those. I know a lot of times individuals get caught up on social media, and it's very easy to do so. And so if you have somebody that is doing some of the things for you, it really does help you with maximizing on your time. So today I'm just going to show you really how to hire a virtual assistant, where I would recommend that you should get them from, and then also how you instruct them on the activities. This is very vital. And this is something that I learned because if you're not very specific in what you want, then you leave it open to be done any kind of way, which could also cost you a lot of money. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I want to show you a couple of things first of where you would want to go. Righty. Okay, awesome. So first things first, of course, everybody should be looking on my website right now where you can see the training. I just want to make sure that it is live. It's probably a delay. Okay, awesome. Yay. Okay, so what we want to do is the first thing is where do you go to actually hire a virtual assistant? Okay, and I want you guys to see this is where I've gone, and this is my virtual assistant that I have currently right now. I had some challenges with the account, so she thinks that the things are suspended, but it's not. That's okay. But I'm going to show you. So when I click on manage my team, I do have a contract that says it's ended, so I need to extend her contract. So maybe that's why she said that. Okay, so what I'll need to do is I've got to rehire her. But no, I think she's already hired, so I think we're good. Anyways, let me do this real quick because I want her to know. Okay, yeah, so we're already active. Okay, so anyways, manage my team. This is one of the young ladies that's working with me right now, and her name is Katrina. She lives in the Philippines, and her rate originally was $1 an hour. So I was charging her, she was charging me, shall we say, sorry about this. She was charging me $1 an hour to do work. Let's see here, but I increased it. I increased it to $4 an hour and made her time limit at 20 hours per week. I recommend hiring someone if you're going to use a virtual assistant. I recommend hiring them out of the Philippines. I have tried virtual assistants in different countries, and by far the best virtual assistants I've ever had are the ones that I've always hired in Philippines, and that's men or women. men or women. $4 an hour is definitely a great rate. When she initially signed up for just $1 an hour, I just didn't feel good continuing to pay her only $1 an hour. So I definitely wanted to increase the rate. And then a lot of times I'll give bonuses to my virtual assistants. Now, on oDesk, oDesk is just an amazing site because you're able to really find people that can do all types of things, okay? And you can actually get started, sign up for free. It doesn't cost you anything to go on oDesk and sign up. Some other sites, they do charge fees for you to actually post your job. But this one I like, and I really like it because of how simple it is to make payments. I like it also because of how you're able to see the work. You can require them to actually log their work, and so that you have to see online. It's just some really incredible things. So when you go to oDesk and you actually sign up, the first thing that you're going to do is click post a job. Okay, you're going to post a job. All right. And so when you go to post the job, it's very simple. You choose which category you want. Okay. For virtual assistant, I think I've used administrative support. Then I went here and then I put personal assistant, and then need a virtual assistant. Okay. Now, the type of work that will be done: social media, emails, and then maybe you might have, well, right now that's all I use my virtual assistant for social media and emails. But maybe you might want them to post maybe some jobs on Craigslist, post jobs, right? All right, so then you write that down, and you can write a little brief summary. What skills are needed? Social media, of course. Now, what it'll do, if you notice, hold on, let me see if it'll go back. It'll go and search based on what you put in the criteria. So you can just click on what you see. So Facebook, you might need some Twitter marketing, email marketing. You'll need a virtual assistant, Instagram. Okay. Oh, that's okay. It doesn't have Instagram. So, all right. So anyways, you've got your different things, right, that you need somebody to help you with, the different skill sets. Then you're going to go pay per hour. Okay. Estimated time, how long you plan on hiring this virtual assistant, and then workload. You could say part-time or as needed. Then what I normally do is I always select entry level. Okay. Now, if you want to change the visibility, you can, of who can actually be invited to this job. You can make it available where people can find it on Google, or you have to be oDesk. I just leave it as is. And then I want to hire a freelancer. I like to hire freelancers because if they come through an agency, typically they cost more money. Now, this is where you can also add some specific requirements, okay? Like maybe you want to require that the person has at least worked some kind of hours here, okay? Or you want to know somebody that has had a feedback score of at least a 3.5 or a 4 or 4.5. You know, if it's somebody that's brand new and they're trying to build up their resume, they might not have any scores. And so you can do that, or, you know, you can put what you want. All right. Again, this is what you need done. For some things, for some simple things, it doesn't necessarily require, or you can just be the person that wants to give somebody an opportunity. Maybe you want somebody who's at least done some kind of work, at least 1 hour bill. Now, a great thing about this is that the payment process is all secured. Okay. So I want you guys to understand, and the people that are on here are very, very trusting. Okay. They're very, I mean, it's very easy to trust. I'll just say that because they had to go through certain balances, checks and balances to actually be a part of this. Also, when you want to find out where they are, you can choose specifically where you're looking to actually choose, you know, someone within the world. Okay. And remember, I love to hire people from the Philippines. Okay. And let me just tell you exactly why. Okay. Well, and this is what I'll say. Number one, everybody that I've ever met or worked with in the Philippines I have never had a challenge with the language, with the English language. I will say that also the greatest thing about that is it makes it easier to instruct. I won't say that people in other countries, you know, they're not just as good, but I've always never had a language challenge. Also, I had a young lady who was in the Philippines, and well, the young lady I'm working with now, she also speaks English pretty good. So if you need them to do any kind of voice work, like you know, calling people and things like that, if you need them to do things like that, they have it set up. Like a lot of people are trained in the Philippines to do virtual assistant work, so they have set up where they can make calls and things like that for you on your behalf. And so that's something that's good. Now, of course, you want to make sure with the English level, if you do have somebody that's going to be speaking, that you want to make sure that you know that they're fluent as far as being able to speak. So when I'm choosing, I typically choose those that are in South Asia. So let me go back to sharing the screen again so you guys can see. So I go to South Asia so that I can make sure they're coming from the Philippines. And then if you want to make sure that if you need them to speak, you can choose right here in regards to being able to talk. Okay. Now, you can ask security questions if you want. You know, I don't really do all that. So then I'll post the job. Okay. And so then once you post the job, what's going to happen is that now it's going to be made available for all the individuals who have put that they are virtual assistant or have those skill sets. Now you can also go to see where the company, where oDesk will recommend you some people, and you can invite all. Okay. You can invite all of them to apply, but you'll see there are some people that who are already, well, he's already listed on here for $5 an hour. And if you want, you can look, he's worked 240 hours. He's 5 stars. And he has some information here on his portfolio and stuff like this, certifications that he's gotten, different tests that he's taken. So while he knows some coding and programming, HTML, CSS, that's for web design. He knows WordPress and things like that, so you might be able to get him to go in and update certain things. So anyways, going ahead and go continue. So now, let me go back to here. So now I'm going to look at my job postings, as you can see right here, and look, and then once, you know, you just look to see, and people will start actually applying for the job. So I don't have any applications yet. We'll see if we have some that'll pop up, because right now in the Philippines, it is 10 p.m. Another thing, because being a virtual assistant is definitely one of the things that a lot of people in the Philippines do, they typically will be up around the hours that we're up here in the United States. So they do know that, okay? So now, with doing the work, okay, so I have, let me do this real quick, because I want this to move off of my screen. It's not, well, it's not letting me do it. Okay, so this young lady, let me just kind of give you guys a scenario. She worked, I think because I just rehired her, something is saying that. So this young lady worked, and I paid her a total of $15.36, a dollar an hour. That's what happened, because I increased her rate today. But she was great. I'm just going to give her all good positive feedback, because it just looks good for her when she's looking to get another job. So anyways, and then, I don't know if almost, oh. Okay. Hold on, to continue to work with me. And this is good that you leave feedback. Also, I believe, I know there used to be a time, I don't know if they do, I don't even check it, but they can leave feedback for you as well as hiring. So now it's time for me to get Katrina to do some work, okay? So I need her to do some work for me. And one of the things I'm going to be doing is I have a Facebook page. I actually have 2 Facebook pages. I don't know if you guys know that. And I am making a decision that I'm going to be deleting one of my pages. Because I just don't need to be using them both. It's just too much, right? So what I'm going to do is instruct her how to actually go in, and I'm going to start creating a profile, letting everybody know where they need to go, and I'm going to remove this page altogether. Okay, so now how do I do that? All right, well, the first thing is I need to show her the work. One of the things that I think is so important when you hire a virtual assistant, you got to be able to show them exactly what you want done. I mean, to the T. So the way that I do that is I literally go in and do a video so they can see what it is that I want. Okay. One of the tools that I use is called Screencast-O-Matic. Screencast-O-Matic, and you can actually use it for free. I'll show you what it'll do for free. But it works perfect for me for what it is that I need. And I believe it is available on both Mac and PC. Okay, so I already have it downloaded on my computer. And I'm trying to log into Skype. I can't remember my password. Let me see. Oh, maybe it's saying I need to change my old password. Okay, so as you can see, yeah, that's what it's saying. Okay, one sec, y'all. Because the reason why I'm trying to log into Skype is because I actually communicate with her on Skype. So I'm going to click use free version, okay? And waiting on it. Okay, so now what happens is, this is an old video that I did. When you're using the free version, it'll only allow you to keep one stored within their system to actually go and play. But what I'm going to do is delete it so that it can create a new one. Okay, so as you can see right now, I am currently it's only going to share a portion of the screen, not the entire screen. But this is what it looks like, the Screencast-O-Matic, okay? So I want to actually get her to do some activities for me here on my Facebook page, all right? So what I'm going to do is click this red button, which means record, and it's gonna give me a countdown. All right, so we're live. What I wanna do is I want to go in and start removing friends. I'm going to be deleting this Facebook account, so I don't want to have any of my friends. So what I need to first do is go to all my friends, and I would like for you to actually just notify them that I'm going to be creating a new page. So the way we'll do it is I want you to click on their page and then open in a new tab. Then I want you to send them a message. I think I accidentally clicked enter on her. Do it again. if you would. And then, hold up, it's facebook.com/Vision Avant. Okay, and then enter, right? So I sent them the messages, then I'll show her how I'll copy this message and send it to the next person, okay? And then show her how I'll copy and then go to this person and send it to this person. And then I'll copy and send it to this person. And I'm so specific. Oh, sorry, I'm sending him the same message. So I'll send it to him, right? And so I'll send everybody a message. And the reason why I have to show her going to each different tab and doing that is because I want her to see how fast it can be done. So literally in a matter of, 10 minutes, I can be able to send a message to, not even 10 minutes, 5 minutes to 5 different people. And so then I stop recording. And then with Screencast, you can publish to YouTube. And you can type what you want your title to be. So your title could possibly be how to remove friends from Facebook, okay? Here is a quick training on removing friends. Now, you might do it different, but however you do it, I want you to make sure that you show your, you want to be able to show your virtual assistant how you do it. And then I click upload to YouTube. Okay, now for this particular one, I'm not going to upload it, but I'm going to go and I can show you guys some of the other trainings that I have done. Oh Lord, what was it? I'll just log in because I don't even remember I don't even use this YouTube account. But I only use it for training. So again, while we're waiting for that to load, don't forget, make sure you do, play around with the screencast. The way that it's working is, when you click record, that it is working for you, okay? All right, so YouTube, I'm gonna log into a different YouTube account, into the YouTube account that I have dedicated just for really those type of trainings. I have a lot of YouTube account. Basically, Gmail and YouTube are part of the same company. If you didn't know, Google bought YouTube. So that's for you see all these Gmail accounts I have, all these accounts all have YouTube accounts. I don't use them all, but now I need to know what my password is. I just put it in right. Oh, Jesus. Don't laugh at me, y'all. I'm going to get it together. There we go. The 10th time always is a charm. Oh, you know what? You guys aren't even seeing the screen. Good. So you didn't get to see that. So let me share my screen. I think you guys missed a whole lot. So that's okay. All right. So let me go back to where I was at because I don't think you guys got a chance to see any of the screencast. So, oh, good Lord. Okay, let's do that one more time. So let me show you guys what I was talking about. Okay, matter of fact, I think I'm going to keep this one and delete the other page anyways. So I'm really deleting one of my pages out. It's just decisions. Well, maybe I'll do a different thing. Okay. Anyways, let me show y'all this screen real quick. Okay, so Screencast-O-Matic. I'm sorry about that. I wish I could have somebody alert me and let me know you guys weren't seeing the screen. Okay. So this is Screencast. I'm going to, I already have it downloaded. This is what it looks like. And when I open it, I always use the free version, okay? So let's just say for this particular one, I want them to, I'm going to do it again. So I apologize, guys. I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do something where this is what I've shown her how to do anyways, but I'm going to show you how I do it. So I have the Screencast-O-Matic on, right? And I'm going to delete the old one that I've used. And now I want to train them. I want to train them how to actually do a task for me. And you got to be very specific, okay? So I'm click the record button, and it's going to count down. All right. So now what I want them to do is I would like for them to go in and answer my friend request. Okay. So right now there's only 3, but generally if there's way more, it'll have a long line and it'll say see more, right? But with this particular account, I'm not really maxed out yet. And so what I'll do is I'll show you how I would accept them. So I will right click on their name and click open a new tab. Right click on this person's name, open a new tab, right click on that person's name, and then, well, open a new tab. So then I'm going to I'm showing my person. Now I don't do all this talking, I'm just showing them what I'm doing, but I'm explaining it to you guys. So I click confirm request, and confirm request. So then I'm going to send them a message. One thing that I'm big on is I like to send everybody that requests me a message. So hi, Siana. And then I'll put, thank you so much for requesting me. Make sure you go and check out my other page. I would love it so much if you would like it for me. The link is www.facebook.com/visionavant. Okay, so I'm gonna copy it and then message it to her, right? So with Ronald, do the same thing. Hi, Ronald. Then paste it. Hold on, got typo. And then message it to him. But looks like I already. Oh, I'm sorry. I sent it to the wrong person. Be careful with these pop-ups. That's why sometimes I like to turn my chat off. But anyway, so message him. Well, it actually does it if they have their chat on. So hi, Ronald. Normally what I will do is when I'm doing my friend request, I'll have it in a different look so you can't see all these pop-ups. So anyways, but I need to show them so they can know how not to do it. Oh, it looks like I already messaged her, my virtual assistant already messaged her. So anyway, so as you can see, I showed them how I put it in different tabs. The reason why I do that is so that they can see how fast it can be done. And then so that it doesn't take all day, because what would generally happen with me is I would have people that they would be taking forever to do like 10 requests, and I didn't know why. And so I had to be very specific in showing them. So anyway, so now that we're done with that task, I've showed them how to do the task. Now I'm going to upload it. So let me show you again how to upload it. Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me, but we're locked up. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm done with the recording, even though it's still recording. So what I would do is click done. Okay, and then I would upload and publish this to YouTube. Okay, but I'm not going to publish this particular one. I want you guys to kind of see some that I've done before. So I logged into another one of my YouTube accounts so that you can actually see some of the videos that I have used. And the great thing about it is that now, since they're online, I don't have to redo them again. So if I have to hire a new assistant, they'll already know, they'll already be able to see it. So here's one right here with the event invites that I created. Okay, so I have a group. You go here, click home. It's called Show You Success Networking. So I'm going to show you success networkers right here. And so on here, I am showing my virtual assistant how to go and invite everybody to our Lunch and Learn that's in my Facebook pages in Atlanta. Choose friends. And then do a search by, and then all in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, the key is, so I'm not going to watch the whole thing, but the key is, guys, you have to know what it is that you need to do. Okay, so make sure that you know, and if you don't know, you want to make sure that you go through and play with it yourself to figure out what it is that you need done. But simple things like friend requests, LinkedIn things. I have a video for LinkedIn, how I have them accept all my LinkedIn connections. And so here's a video with that. See? So I show her everything. Check. Well, actually, sorry about that. Oh, well, it'll show right here. It'll pop up right here because they've been changing a lot. I got a time. Check. Now, also, that's key too. Remember that a lot of the stuff, they change. So you might not always be able to keep the same video. So make sure that you are up to date to knowing if they have changed. Okay, so you've shown the video and you've uploaded it. Okay. Now, a couple of things that I recommend that we keep in mind for virtual assistants: $4 to $6 per hour is really a good pay. I chose the young lady, Katrina, even though she was charging me $1, which was extremely low, because I looked at some of her past history and she had some really good compliments. But with me, and that's just me, I didn't want to pay her lower than what I've ever paid for a virtual assistant. And then, of course, I do bonuses and things like that. Also, make sure that this person, they should be able to respond to you quickly. If it's been a day and you haven't heard back from them, generally that's not a good virtual assistant. My virtual assistant is in communication with me heavily. That's why I was trying to go to Skype so you could see, but her and I communicate as well on Skype. I don't know what this is. Maybe, I don't know. Hold on, maybe I can show y'all on my phone. I'm trying to look at it on the computer. But her and I are in communication on Skype. Another great thing for being on Skype is because when I go to utilize, like say I'll go to a networking event, which I hadn't had her doing yet again, but there's an app. So this is her right here. Let me pull on the screen so y'all can see. Oh, I just changed my password. One sec. So this is my Skype login in. And on Skype, then it will make it easier, because then if I say I want to have her contact a list of, hold on, a list of cards that I've just met, I can actually use the Skype. So you can't see the screen, of course, but I'm talking to her on Skype. There's an app that's called CamCard, okay? And CamCard lets you scan a card. You just take a picture and it scans it and puts all the numbers in, and then I can share it to her via email. I can share it to her. I can share her the picture of the card and have her contact all of my cards. So that's something that I know a lot of us need to do better at. You know, contacting the people, just shooting an email real quick. Hey, let's sit down, let's schedule a meeting, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But that's the things that your virtual assistant can do for you. So a couple of things that my virtual assistant does: my virtual assistant will send out event invitations to my friends and connections on Facebook and LinkedIn. She'll send out messages to my friends in Facebook and LinkedIn connections. I've had her use Webstagram to do certain posts for different things. And now what I'll do is, as time goes by, I'll show you, for time purposes, but I'll show you different things that I'll have or that I do on social media. And generally, if I'm showing you and telling you that these are things that I do on social media, 9 times out of 10, it's my virtual assistant. The only thing that I do not get my virtual assistant to do is to reply back to people who have, once they've commented to me, like if I send out a friend request and they comment back, that's the one thing I don't have my virtual assistant reply back to them. It is actually me. So a lot of times it's funny because my virtual assistant might send out a message to like my friend or my cousin or my family or my coworker, and they'll reply back like, Taria, this is me. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, but I don't care because I'm on these sites for business. And so at the end of the day, it is what it is. So don't worry about that. Some people say, well, what if they message one of my friends? Okay, that's cool. That's fine. Don't worry about it, right? Because you're doing this to build your brand. You're doing this to build your business. But don't do those tedious things that you don't need to do. Also, if you're in business, I recommend that if anybody requests you, you need to accept them. Accept them. And if they start putting crazy stuff you don't want to see, then you can remove them. But I believe that every person has a connection to somebody that could be able to build your business and expand your brand. And so I accept all. That's why I have 2 Facebook accounts that are maxed out at 10,000 a piece. And I'm trying to decide if I should shut them one down or whatever. That's a whole nother side note thing. But, you know, and then LinkedIn, I have several connections on LinkedIn as well. And then I do my best to create conversation. Let me kind of show you one of the communications that I have on LinkedIn. Lord Jesus, let's see here. I'm gonna share my screen in just a second. I'm trying to see if the virtual assistant is online. It says she's online. Okay, so let me share. I'm gonna share my screen so you guys can see some of the communication that I have on LinkedIn. I believe every social site is a great opportunity to meet people. All right, so here's a LinkedIn account. So as you can see, okay, so like this is what we don't do. And I don't know if she's on this webinar now, but great lady, I do believe. But guys, social media, people have just turned it into a great way to put up a roadblock because they're afraid to communicate with you. But the purpose of utilizing social media for me is to be able to build a communication with someone and then turn it off, take it offline, okay? So she's inviting me to come to a network marketing meeting because that's what this challenge is all about. And then that really kind of threw me off. I don't like that. I don't like when people do that. It's kind of disrespectful to me. So you utilize it to create communication. All right, let's see here. I want to show you some good communication that I've had with someone. Right now, I have my virtual assistant actually going in and messaging people in the city of Atlanta, Georgia, to see if they would like to be added to my events email blast. I never add anybody to an email blast without asking them first so that I can update them on the network. Because a lot of times if I send a message to some people on LinkedIn and say, well, remind me next time you have one, but I'm in communication with so many people, I can't remember. So I said, well, let me just create an email blast. So anyways, this is the communicate. We've been having good. Now, eventually I'm like, girl, let me get your number. Okay, so this is how I'm finishing off. Once I ask for the number, now we're taking it offline and we're building a relationship. This lady didn't build a relationship with me. She just tried to invite me to come to her networking event, and I'll never do that. So this is her. She requested me as a connection request. I said, thank you for the connection request. I look forward to getting to know you. I hope that we can actually connect here on LinkedIn. I find 90% of the time, most people never really communicate here, which is unfortunate. So I hope that we don't fall into that category. So may I ask, and I always finish it with I always ask a question, okay, so that it can pique the interest to start a conversation. Does everybody reply? No, but that's okay. Are you on Instagram? I'd love to follow you. My Instagram is, and I gave her my Instagram. Look forward to hearing back from you. So then she replied back. Okay, yeah, I noticed nobody really talks on LinkedIn, but yes, let's not fall. And then we started communicating back and forth, just talking. She was telling me how she wants to move here to Atlanta, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is a strong foundation to build a relationship with somebody offline. So then once you get to a certain point, hey, what's your number, right? So with her, let me kind of show you the opposite. I asked her if I could invite her to my event. She said yes. And I said, well, I hope we can connect very soon. I really like to connect back with NAPW. It's a networking group. And then guess what her reply back was? Challenge accepted. I've been challenged to lose another. So she's inviting me to look at her network marketing company. Now, what was the wrong thing in that? She should have kept on trying to build a relationship a little longer. And this is no disrespect to Diane. I'm just telling you what has worked for me. It may work for her. And I know she's a great lady. So she might be on the webinar. So I don't want her to feel like that's wrong, right? So look at this, waiting for your prompt to reply. Will you marry me? So this is why I have a virtual assistant who goes in and messages everybody to really be able to identify who is who, right? So send a message to everyone because my goal is to build a relationship. So right now, she's been answering a lot of my connection requests as well as sending out in Atlanta to see if it's okay to add them to my email blast, okay? Another thing you can get your virtual assistant to do, right here, you see on the right side where it says happy birthday, you can have your virtual assistant actually send out messages to all your people who have a birthday. It's another great way to build relationships. Again, utilize social media, not just to, message people, but a way to actually build those relationships. So guys, in a nutshell, that's what we do here with the virtual assistant. I want to see if anybody did reply back so you guys can see. Okay, yeah, we have 8 new applications for the job that we posted right at the beginning. And guys, everybody, I mean, think about it. For 5 hours worth of work, if they're paying you, if you're paying them $4, in 5 hours, you could literally be able to answer requests of hundreds of people. You could send messages out to hundreds of people. I mean, this is things that we all do, right? So here's the applicants. We have 8 new, and I guess 2 are people that I know. So here we go. $5. Here's another one for $1.36 in Pakistan. Probably wouldn't. Here's one in Philippines for $4.44, right? $2. Again, remember though, I recommend the Philippines. Okay, it's just because I've had the best experience. Now we do have somebody in Jamaica. They might have, I don't know what their quality. Okay, they're not located in South Asia, but they're in Jamaica, so they speak English, so that could be good. But again, you can go as low as really being able to find people for $4. Now, the reason why I am not, with Pakistan, because generally the communication, the grammar, the dialect, it's a break in it. And we hadn't always been able to have the best conversations in regards to me being able to instruct them with what to do. Now, of course, it is your prerogative to do what you want. I'm just telling you what has always worked best for me. So right now, I think I only have a couple, but more will come. You'll get a lot of applications when you put in your job. But let me go ahead and delete this job posting because I don't want to set it up. So I'm gonna delete that. But I wish I could get questions now. Let me see. If you're on the page, no, yeah, you can't comment. So if anybody does have questions, I definitely would love to help answer those down the line. So what you can do, that you'll be able to actually, if you click on the video, recommend that you should get them from. And then also how you click right here, it'll open it up in YouTube, as you can see, and you can comment below. Okay, so you'll be able to add comments below once it's done of what questions you have, or you can simply just send a question to me directly of what you have a question in regards to. So if you just go here and then click on YouTube, it'll open it up. So with that said, hopefully guys, this definitely helped you out. Virtual assistants are definitely the way to go with that busy work, so that you're not, tying yourself up with things that where you should be out there, really building your business. Because at the end of the day, we still live in a world where you got to get belly to belly. You got to meet people. You got to get on the phone and let them hear your voice. Talking with words and all those things, that doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Just trying to invite somebody that you don't know to come check out your business, that doesn't work. Now, if you're going to invite them to a networking event, that does work. Why does that work? You could invite somebody out to a networking event because they're coming because they want to build their business too. So now you're helping them versus trying to sell them. So find ways that you can help other people versus trying to sell them, and connect and build relationships. And that's really the way to go. So hopefully, excuse me guys, so hopefully you guys didn't get all tied up with me messing up the screen. I hope you were able to follow me But if you do have any more questions, we could do another one of these trainings down the line. And have yourself an amazing day. All right. Bye-bye.